Peace, everyone. Peace. Welcome to another Trauma Tip Tuesday. Tonight is actually our last Trauma Tip Tuesday for the year of 2020. I can't believe that this year is almost over. This year has brought its own challenges and, some growth. So it's interesting that it's almost over and we're going into a new year. Please forgive my voice. I lost my voice on Thursday, and believe it or not, this is actually better. So I have my tea here. So if you see me sipping, it's because I don't want my voice to get scratchy during our Trauma Tip Tuesday. So thank you all so much for pressing play. I ask you all, if you hear anything in this video that resonates, please comment, please like, and please share. Share. The more you share, the more people have access to the content. And even if it may not resonate with you, it may resonate with someone else. And so please share. This video is also going to be uploaded to YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit subscribe, like, comment, and share. Okay, so get right into the topic. I am Nazia. This is No More Trauma Consulting, and the topic for tonight is actually a question. And the question is, how can I recover from my childhood trauma when I've spent most of my adulthood trying to forget it? Lengthy topic, but I think this question is very relevant to a lot of us. So I wanted to touch on that. Now, I know a lot of you probably say, okay, Nazia, I've been watching you for some time now. I've been tuning into your videos. I've been watching your lives. And all I hear you talking about is heal, forgive, get comfortable in the discomfort. But what if I don't want to remember? What if I literally have put all of the bad memories out of my mind? And that is something that a lot of us have been programmed to do. And you'll be surprised. Trauma is, I understand how that word can have a negative undertone, and it's a very tricky thing because your brains are so powerful. Our brains, rather, are so powerful that when something is too much for us to bear, we will literally forget it. For example, many of you may have heard this story before. Recently, this year, I was driving in my hometown, my husband and I rolled past an apartment building. And I've rolled past this apartment building for many years now. But for some reason, I guess the universe was ready for me to begin tackling that part of my childhood trauma. I had a memory of when someone had given my mother an apartment because she wanted to get herself together and finally be a mom. And so in good faith and in good gesture, someone had given her an apartment, and all of my stuff was taken to this apartment, and they were waiting on my mom to show up to surprise me. But my mother never showed up. She never showed up. She reneged. And so I had driven past this apartment building for years, and my brain had literally forgotten about that moment until this one particular day. I was driving and I was showing my husband, who's not from my hometown, the area, and I showed him the apartment building, and then the memory was triggered. And I had to sit in that. I had to let that marinate for a while, as long as it took for me to move past those emotions of another memory of my mother abandoning me, right? I had forgotten all about it, but the facts are, in that moment, she abandoned me, right? And so that was something else that I had to deal with. And so you'll find on your healing journey, it's going to be like an onion. You're going to tackle this area, and then you'll find other areas are being revealed that need your attention. And sometimes some people will ask, excuse me one second. Some people will ask, why is this coming up now? My belief is that when things like that come up at a particular time, it's because God, source, creator, universe, Holy Spirit, however you resonate with the creator or higher power, at that time, was saying that you're ready. You're ready to now tackle this because you've tackled that, you've tackled that, you've tackled that. Now you're ready to tackle this. And so that's why I say healing is a journey. You don't just wake up one morning and, after you done read your self-help book, after you done, worked on the principles that I've given you in our one-on-one sessions, you don't just wake up the next morning and say, I got it. I'm finally healed. No, it's a journey. It's a journey, because as soon as you think that you have working on one area, as soon as you feel like you've mastered one area, then another area that you need to work on and that needs your attention is revealed. And so this is the process. And so to answer the question about how can I recover if I've spent the majority of my life trying to forget or actually forgetting, what happens is when you finally embrace your healing journey, when you finally open up and surrender and say, you know what, I'm ready to heal, whatever that may be, then the universe will start bringing up memories that you think you've forgotten because your brain may have forgotten them. But guess what didn't forget? Trauma travels through your cells and your nervous endings. In your cells and your nerves. Trauma travels all through your body. You can hold trauma in your body. And so your body never forgets. And when you finally release and you breathe and you allow yourself to open up and surrender to healing, when you affirm that I refuse to stay this way, that I am going to be on this path of healing, whatever it takes. When you finally surrender, then things that you thought you've forgotten will come back to your memory. And when they come back, trust the process and understand that the reason why they're coming back at that particular time is because it is time for you to deal with that particular subject now. And the universe knows that you are ready to deal with it now. So trust the process. Trust the process. This is not a cookie cutter situation. This is not a one size fits all. Healing childhood trauma, healing adult trauma is not a one size fits all. However, it's intuitive. It's how you feel. It's what needs to be dug up. What needs to be talked about, what needs you to just cry over, because sometimes you don't have to speak about it. Sometimes you just need one of those good old ugly cries. You guys know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you need to just be in the dark with your teddy bear, your pillow, whatever your comfort thing is, and just cry. I am not afraid to cry. And I mean one of them good old ugly from the bottom of your belly cries. I will cry because it's a cleansing. It cleanses your soul when you just let it go. And sometimes the hurt is so deep that you can't even formulate the words to express what's going on. And all you need to do is just cry. But you have to be willing to surrender to that. And not, sometimes we don't want to cry. We don't want to seem weak. We don't want to seem vulnerable. We'll suck it back up. I'm not going to cry. I'm not gonna cry. This don't bother me, and we'll hold that in. But we're doing a disservice to ourselves by doing that, because that was your body telling you it is time to release this. It's time to let it go. And when you refuse to let it go, you do yourself a disservice, because you could have come out of that cry feeling so refreshed and so light and having all the answers that you've been searching for. So the question for today's Trauma Tip Tuesday is, Nazia, how can I recover when I've spent most of my adult life trying to forget my childhood? And the answer to that, ladies and gentlemen, is that you are going to remember when it's time to remember. All we need, all the universe needs, your therapist, your life coach, your childhood trauma coach, all we need is for you to commit to the process. When you commit to the process and you say, I'm here, and whatever it takes, I am going to stay committed to this process. When you make that commitment to yourself and to those that you're trusting with your healing journey, then those things that need your attention will come up. It's like a pot of boiling water You know, you first, I have an electric stove. And so you first turn the stove on, you turn the burner on, and you don't really see the bubbles up, you know. But after a while, it starts to, bubble up. And then if you let it stay on there too long, it'll spill over, right? So that's what healing is like. It's like allowing yourself to be vulnerable, surrendering to the process, and then the universe will bring up those things that need your attention. So the answer to that question is just simply trust the process. Just simply trust the process. Once you commit to healing, trust the process. Don't allow your fear, don't allow your doubt, don't allow your negative self-talk to deter you or sway you from this healing journey. You may say, I've forgotten all about my childhood. I think I need healing. I know my childhood wasn't the best, but I've forgotten all about it. What do? You get with a life coach, you get with a childhood trauma coach, and you allow them to pull those things out of you so you can begin talking and feeling about things, and you allow yourself and you surrender to the universe, you surrender to the process, so then when those thoughts and those memories come up that you think you've forgotten about, you are in a safe space to let it bubble up. Just let it spill on over and just let it come on out the pot so that you can pour in some fresh water and get this healing process on board. Okay? Remember, I love each and every last one of you. If I don't see you before the new year, happy new year. 2021 is going to be awesome. It is going to be full of possibilities, endless possibilities. And I need you to believe that, because what you believe will manifest in your life. And remember, healing is a journey, not a destination. I love you.